everyone, welcome back to yet another video of GDG Triple MUT. In this video, we will be discussing the three questions of Starters 252 contest which was held yesterday. So let's get started. The second question name is mirror swap. In this, we are given with an array of size 2n. Okay. Now we can perform this operation as many times as we want. What is the operation? The operation is that we can swap the ith element and 2n plus 1 minus I, that is its mirror element. That means its symmetrical counterpart. We can swap both these elements. Now why do we have to swap? Basically we have to maximize the sum of the first half of the array, that is from 1 till n. Okay, that is our main goal. So we will take input t, that is the number of test cases, and for each test case we will take input n, that is the twice of n will be the size of the array as per the question. Okay, and we will take the inputs of the elements of the array. So now let us discuss the test case first. 1 4 3 4 2 1 gives the answer 9. Now how come? Let us see. If we 1 and 1 see on the left and right, both are equal, so both will contribute equally to the sum, so there is no need to swap. Now let us see for 4 and 2. Here 4 is greater than 2, so there is no need to swap. Since 4 is already greater than 2, that means it will contribute more as compared to 2, so it is beneficial over here. Now let us compare 3 and 4. Now 4 will contribute more as compared to 3 in the summation of the first half of the array. That is why we will be swapping these elements 4 and 3. So we will be left with 1, 4 and 4, that is 9. Hence it is our answer. So let us discuss the approach to solve this question. We will be taking two pointers, left and right. Left will be pointing to the extreme left of the array and right will be pointing to the extreme right side of the array. Okay. At each time, at each iteration, we will compare the element on the left and right. If the element on the left is greater than or equal to the element of the right, then we don't need to swap because it is already in the ideal condition. Okay. So the swapping condition arrives when the element on the right is more than the element of the on the left. In that case we will be swapping the elements. So now let us discuss the solution parts question. We have taken input t, that is the number of test cases, and for each test case we will take input n, that is the numbers that twice of n will be the size of the array. We will take input of the array and its elements. Now let us come on to the main part. We will take two pointers, left and right. Left will be the extreme left and right will be the extreme right. And since we have to return the sum of the first half of the array, while we compare left and right part of the element and run the loop, we will simultaneously calculate the sum of the first half of the array. How we will be doing that? Let us see. While left is less than equal to right, this loop will ensure that both the left and the right covers the half part of the array. Okay. At each iteration, we will be seeing that we'll be comparing left and right element. If left is greater than or equal to array of right, then in that case we do not require any condition. Condition is required when the right element is greater than left element. Then in that case we have to swap both of them. Okay. And simultaneously we will be calculating the sum of the element on the left, and we will update the pointers left and right. Left will move on to the next element, right will move on to the previous element. This will run until left equal to right. Okay. Now since we have calculated the sum of the first half of the array, that is the maximum sum, so we'll be printing our answer. Okay. Now I hope you understood this question. Now let us move on to the next question. Discuss the next problem, odd even. In this problem it says that an array is termed as good if its elements follow the following order: odd, odd, or even, odd, even. Okay. So we are given with an array of size n. In that we have to pick up some elements and we have to rearrange that in such a way that it forms a good array. Now it is asking what can be the maximum size of the subset that you can choose from that array that can be rearranged into a good array. Okay. So now let us see the input format. The First we will take input t, that is the number of test cases, and for each test case we will take input n, that is the size of the array, and the input of the n elements of the array. Okay. So now let us see the test cases first. So 1, 3, 7, 4, 5 gives the output as 3. Here we can say see the number of odd elements is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 odd elements and 1 even element. Okay, that is 4. Now let us think that how can we make the parity. Since there is only one even element, we have to keep it in between two odd elements. 1, let us take two odd elements 1 and 3, and in between we will keep 4. Now we see that this is the maximum size of the subset which we can choose from the array. If we try to increase the size, let's say we will take another element 7, then it will not fulfill the criteria of the parity. Okay, so here we see that this is the maximum size 1, 2 and 3. So our answer is 3. So now let us move on to the next test case, that is uh, 1, 1, 2, 4. Here our answer is 4. Okay, let us see how many odd and even number are there. There are two odds and number of even are 2, that is 2 and 4. Since we see that the number of odd and even elements are equal, so we can keep one odd, one even, one odd and one even. So this can be the maximum size of the subset which is following the order, that is odd even, odd even. So our answer is 4 in this case. Okay. Now here we see that when odd number and even number of odd elements and even elements are equal, then we have no problem. We can make the subset out of the entire array. Okay, that is 2 twice of odd into even, twice of odd or twice of even. Okay, discuss the approach of this question. We see that when the number of odd elements and the number of even elements over here, that is 2 and 2, are equal, then we do not have any problem. We can use the entire elements and make it a good array. Okay, so we can keep one odd in between two even, or one even in between two odd. Everything will fit here. So our answer will be odd number of odd plus number of even elements. Okay, otherwise we see over here that here the number of odd elements are 4 and the number of even elements are 1. So our answer will depend on the minimum of even and odd, because we have to fit every even and odd and we have to make good array. We require almost equal number of them, so our answer will depend on minimum. So our answer will basically be 2 into minimum of odd or even plus 1. Why I'm saying this? When we look 2, when we look 2 into 1, that is minimum of 4 and 1, 1 plus 1, we get our answer. How? Because in between two odd elements we can fit one even element, 1, 3 and 4. Okay, so this will be our answer and approach to this question. So now let us come on to the solution. Come on to the solution. We will take input t, that is the number of test cases. For each test case we will take input n, that is the size of the array, the a, that is the array of size n, in the odd variable and even variable. Basically it will count the number of odd elements and even elements in our array and store it. Okay, so while we take input of every element of I, we will check whether it is odd or even, and accordingly we will increment the value of even and odd. Okay, so now, as discussed in our approach, if the number of odd and even are equal, then we do not have any problem. Our answer can be twice of odd number of odd elements or twice of number of even elements, or odd plus even, since they both are equal. And we will continue, so we will be printing our answer and we will continue for that test case. Otherwise, we will find the minimum of even and odd, since that is the main driving force of our answer. In our answer we will store the twice of minimum plus 1, and we will be printing our answer for that test case. Okay, I hope you understand this question. Now let us move on to the next question. So the next question is skip 1. It is saying that you have k coins with you and there are n items. Okay, the cost of every item is stored inside the array A. Okay. Now you have one discount coupon with you which can make one item of your choice free of cost. Okay. So in now while you purchase the items, you have a constraint that you have to buy every item in continuity. Now let us suppose that if you choose not to buy the item 3, then you cannot buy any items further as well, like 4, 5 and so on. Okay. So in this question we have to return the maximum number of items which we can buy under these constraints. Okay. Now let us see the input format. We will take input t, that is the number of test cases, and for each test case we will take input n and k. N will denote the number of items and k will denote the number of coins which we have initially. Okay. Now these are the test cases. Now let us discuss the test cases. First is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1. Here we see that we have k equal to 11 and n equal to 7. Okay. Now we see that if we buy this, then we have enough money to buy this, so we can buy this, then this 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 4, 10. Until here we have used our 10 coins. Okay. Now we are left with only one coin. With one coin we cannot buy our this item, so in that case we will use our discount. Okay. So till here we can buy our items. Number of items what will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So our answer will be 5. Now let us see the other test case, that is 7 and 7. Here k equal to 5. Okay. Now we can see over here that we are not available with that much coin to buy the first item itself, so we will take discount on the first item itself. So now we cannot buy this because we do not have much coins, so our answer in that case will be 1. We can only buy this with discount. Okay. Now let us generate another test case of our own, that is 1, 5, 2 and 3, and the number of coins with at us, let us say, be 6. Okay. Now when we see here that we can buy first item, so we will be left with 5 coins. After that we can also buy this item. Okay. Now if we buy this item, we will be left with now 0 coins. Okay. We can buy this item also with discount even though we are left with no coins. Okay. So we can buy 3 items in that case, but this is the wrong answer. If we see that if we see again this test case with k equal to 6, we see that if we take discount on the second item, we can buy all of these items. Okay. So here is the trick. So now let us discuss the approach to solve this question. Basically our approach towards this question will be that we will maintain a running prefix sum of the cost. Okay. And we will also keep the track of maximum cost item seen so far. Okay. We will consider that we will take discount at that element, maximum element, and we will calculate the effective cost. If the cost is less than equal to k, then we can afford it. Otherwise we cannot afford it. That is not possible even after taking the discount, and hence we will keep the track of the hence you will find the number of items we can buy. So let us see the dry run example. So after first here prefix sum, let us say prefix sum. So for I equal to 0, we have prefix sum as 2. Okay. And maximum item is also 2. So the effective cost will be 2 minus 2, that is 0. That is less than equal to k. So here we can buy this item. So we will increment our count variable count plus plus. Okay. That will be equal to 1. Now I equal to 1. Prefix sum will be 5. Maximum up till here is 3 itself. Okay. So effective cost will be 5 minus 3, that is 2. So we will increment our count to 2 because it is less than equal to 7. Effective cost, that means cost after cutting the maximum element. Supposing by considering that if we take discount on this element, the effective cost will be 2, that is less than k. So we can purchase it. So we have increased our count to 2. Now let us take for I equal to 2, that is 4. Prefix sum will be 5 plus 4, that is 9. Maximum up till here is 4 itself. 9 minus 4 is 5, which is still less than 7. So we can increment our count here also, 3. I equal to 3, prefix sum will be 11, maximum item will be up till here will be 4 itself, because 2 is less than 4. Okay, so effective cost will be 7, that is equal to k. So we can still afford it, so our count becomes 4. Okay, now I equal to 5, 4, our prefix sum becomes 12, maximum item of till here is 4 itself. If we now, since we are tracking maximum item, because we are considering that we will be taking discount on this maximum item, the cost which has the item which has the maximum cost, we will be taking discount on it, then the total effective cost that we have to bear will be 8, that is greater than k. So we cannot afford this item. In that case, we will not increase our count. So our final answer will be our count, that is 4. We can afford 4 items. Okay, I hope you understood the approach. Now let us move on to the solution. So now let us discuss the solution of this question. We will take input t, that is the number of test case, and for each test case we will take input n and k. N is the n denotes the number of items which we have, and k denotes the initial number of coins which were available. Okay, int a equal to new int n, that is a is the array that stores the cost of each of the n items. Okay, we will run a loop to take input of the cost of each and every item. We will take 3 variables: prefix, max item, and answer. In prefix, we will store the running sum of costs, that is the cost that we have to pay up till the current item, up till the item which where we are at that particular iteration. Maximum item, it basically means it will store the item which has maximum cost up till the current iteration. We are keeping the track of the item which has maximum cost up till the current iteration, because we are considering that we will be taking discount on this maximum item up till the current iteration. And since that will help in calculating the effective cost which we have to pay. Okay, our answer will basically store the number of items which we can buy, and we will finally return the answer. Okay, so we will run the loop, and as discussed earlier, prefix, we will add the cost of the current item in prefix. Okay, and we will store the max item, that is the cost of the that is the maximum cost up till the current iteration, this max item, considering that we will be taking discount on this. So the effective cost will be prefix, means the cost which we have to pay up till the current iteration if discount was not given, minus the item which was given discount on. Okay, so we will calculate the effective cost. If that is less than equal to k, then we can buy that item. Okay, since effective cost is less than equal to k and we are available with that much money or coins, then we can buy. Otherwise, if it is greater than k, then we cannot buy. Okay, and hence we will be printing our answer. So this was the solution. I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep watching. Thank you.